when I was a teenager, around 15 years old, I was really interested in physics, and I did go into physics in college after my high school years, so I pursued a career in that. But as a teenager, I was just super curious about science and was reading any book I can get my hands on. And wasn't brought up in a Christian home, so I didn't have a Christian belief to start with. It was sort of a clean slate. Wasn't really exposed to any type of religion as a child from my parents. So I was studying science and studying Einstein's theories of special relativity, trying to understand those papers by Einstein, understanding of the universe through his special theory. Around the same time, we had some friends of the family who invited us to church, and in particular, invited us to go to a youth group there. And so it was the first time I had ever opened the Bible at 15, and in the opened up the book of Genesis, the creation story in Genesis. First time I'm opening the Bible, and it says, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And so it's sort of like the first thing he creates, and it seemed to be a very focused perspective on the nature of light in Genesis, but also throughout the rest of the scriptures. Start unraveling the rest of scripture, God refers to himself as light in many different ways throughout the scripture. It really kind of piqued my interest. At the same time, I was studying Einstein's theories of relativity. His entire theory his special theory of relativity was built around the physics and the nature and the behavior of light. And that's how he derived his special theory of relativity. And so there was the same friend that invited us to church gave me a audio tape. And on that, you remember the old cassette tapes.
Oh, yeah.
And so I listened to, he said, "You might want to listen to us. You might find this interesting." So I listened to it, and I can't remember who it was. The person didn't really say who they were. It was just somebody speaking in a crowd of people that had been recorded. And I don't know who it was. I've tried to locate it. I've tried to find out who it was. But they were discussing Einstein's theory of relativity and light and how it lines up with God. And so this is what started me on that journey. And, as I pursued my career in physics and went to college and then got older, I started adding more and more and more to the story of the relationship between God and light.